Oh, right.
What? Sorry. Oh, did you go?
No, we still got 10 minutes. We still have 10 minutes. I think my clock will be like 5 minutes.
Don't start, Annie. Can I clap?
Yeah.
I need to talk to you.
Oh.
I talked to Duncan and I want to let you know what's going on this afternoon.
Okay.
I have 4 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting to order. And I would like to thank you all for joining us. Let's see. I called it to order. I would like to add, if I may, and I'm not sure, I'm going to call this correspondence. So I was going to add to the agenda. We have an application for a mortgage approvement, which I am going to disapprove. And gentlemen, I will explain to you later while we discuss this, what it's all about. That can be done under announcements. So we'll just wait. We won't add it. I would like to ask if we could approve the minutes of February 18th, regular Board of Selectmen's meeting. However, there are revisions. And that would be item 5. And the term on number 5, the person is John Davis, and he was going to be appointed to a term February 18, 2021 through December 31, 2021. It's not December 23. So I believe he's filling in for a previous thing. So that's one of the things that has to be corrected. And then 5B, 4th paragraph. This is Charlene Cutler had asked if the treasurer would be reporting to the finance director. I said the treasurer would be, however, they'd be working together. So we're going to change that and amend these minutes so it would read working together with the finance director. Under citizens' comments, 5th paragraph, December 17th. This is, again, this is Charlene stated at the December 17th, 2021 Board of Selectmen's meeting, et cetera, et cetera. It's actually December 17th, 2020. So that's a typo. And let's see. Citizen comments, 6th paragraph. That was room 1. And this is where Rebecca Hyde had asked about meeting downstairs, and we set a downstairs meeting room to meet, and what it should have read was room 1, because downstairs, as you all know, there's a variety of meeting rooms, but for the 3 people that are on the Board of Assessment Appeals, it would have to be room 1 downstairs to preview or review materials, because it's a large room. And I believe that is all. Yes, that is all of the revisions.
I have one.
Yes.
On 5B, consider an appointment to the new position.
Wait a minute. 5B. 5B, gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I said this, and it should be read into the minutes. I asked, you can put this at the end. I asked if this position has been or will be posted internally at the town hall, and you answered no to both questions. So I would like that just read into the minutes, please.
No, but it wasn't posted.
That's right. I asked if it would be, and what was or had been or will be, and neither case, both is no. So I would like that stated there. That's all.
Well, we're gonna have to check the recording on that minute because, on those minutes for that meeting, because I don't remember that being said under 5B. Okay,
Sure.
all right, thank you.
I asked it. I assumed that's when I asked it, but
We're gonna have to go to the recording because it's not listed in
All
the
right.
minutes that I'm looking at.
all right, I know, yeah, okay.
So, yeah, we'll check, and if you could put
Okay.
that in the minutes, please. That we have to review the recording of the minutes of, consider appointment to the new position, and this was on the minutes of the meeting on February 18th. Okay, Chan, we got it. Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as amended?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the February 18th meeting with the revisions listed in the agenda and table Greg's suggested change until the tape recording is listened to.
Okay, do I have a second?
That's okay with me. I'll second that.
Okay, I'm in favor, so unanimous. Thank you. Approve the minutes of the February 22nd Special Board of Selectmen's meeting. Gentlemen, you have copies of that.
Yes,
Could I hear a motion?
yes.
So moved.
Second?
Second,
Okay, I'm in favor, so it's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna jump right now. Consider the appointment. Gentlemen, I believe you received a copy of Pat's application for the alternative member of the Historic District Commission. Oh, I'm sorry. Two. Oh.
Move up.
All right, I would like to make a motion that we change the order in deference to Pat Mule because he has to leave. If we change the order of the agenda so that we could address him first. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Greg?
yes,
Okay,
change the order.
thank you. Okay, at this point, I'd like to jump, we'll go back to the others. I'd like to jump to number 6. And gentlemen, you also have a copy of Pat's application?
Yes,
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Pat's with us now. Do you have any questions or comments or?
I do.
I don't have any questions. It was my understanding that it wasn't for an alternate position.
Okay. Hold on one sec. I think we can, seriously, I think we're gonna address this right now. Actually, Pat, you know what? Seriously, I'm gonna have to check because I don't know if there is if there is a full-time position available.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I like it. I just got a comment made. If we could move, all right, and this is for Greg and Chan, if we could move to appoint Patrick to a full-time position pending its availability.
So moved.
Second.
it was-
I have a question for him.
Wait 1 sec. It was moved by Chan, seconded by Greg. And Chan, go ahead. I'm sorry, Greg.
Yeah, just for Mr. Mule, what is a CBP officer?
Customs and Border Protection.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right, and I am in favor also. So Pat, you're going to be appointed if in fact there is a position as a full-time member of that committee. Now, let me ask you, would you be willing to accept an alternate position if that's the only thing that's available?
If it's the only thing available, I have to think about it because when I had the last meeting with the commission last week, they had voted on myself and Miss Ola, understanding that we'd have to come before you guys as well. So yeah, I really thought that it was a full-time position. So I'd have to double check what's required of the alternates and,
All right. Pat, just from memory, and frankly, my memory is not that good, but my understanding is you attend meetings, and if they don't have a full membership or a quota of quorum of their committee, one of the alternates is usually appointed to a seat. Now,
Okay.
Pat, I'm jumping ahead and I'm not addressing Karen, but Karen is also on the agenda as an alternate member, and it may be that she's supposed to be a full-time member also. I don't know.
Yeah, and that was like that on the agenda?
It's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I see that. I see that too as alternate and
Yeah.
Karen as an alternate.
Let me ask
And
Karen.
Earl being the only one going to a full member. Yeah, it was my understanding that Karen was going to be a full member as well.
Okay, let me just ask, Karen, are you with us? Karen Oler? Okay, she's apparently not there, but I've got somebody in the audience here with their hand up. Yes.
Okay, so with Earl Mann's resignation.
He's an
that-
alternate
as
member.
an alternate. So there would be,
There's this town over.
there'd be, I think there's one full-time open and one alternate.
We're gonna have to table this.
Getting appointed to that.
Karen.
Her microphone is off.
Oh, Karen?
I'm asking her to unmute.
You're muted, Karen.
Unmute there.
There
Can
you
you-
are.
All
Karen,
right.
we're-
Yes.
We're trying to get squared away here. Was your understanding that the position you were applying for was full-time or alternate?
I thought it was full-time also, as did Pat.
Okay, one of the issues, and Pat, I'm sorry to do this to you. One of the issues is, number 4 is accept resignation of an individual as an alternate member on that committee. And then it says, consider appointment as a full member. Oh, I'm sorry, we're moving somebody from an alternate to a full member.
Timothy Young is- yeah. He's the
I'm-
alternate member.
I'm gonna have to table this for 2 weeks. I apologize to you all. And I'm going by the agenda of the meeting. And again, this was given to me. I'm gonna have to, Karen, I'm gonna have to apologize to you and Pat, because I really don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to find out.
Okay, that's fine.
No problem.
Okay, and again, my apologies. I do want to thank you both for stepping up and volunteering, because it's very difficult to find folks that are interested and are willing to devote the time to doing things in town. So I'm very appreciative of your commitment. And I apologize. We're just going to have to square this away.
Okay.
And we
No
will be
problem.
in
Thank
touch
you.
with both of you down the road.
All right,
So-
thank
Thank you.
So
And
do we
Karen,
wanna-
nice to see you again. It's been a while.
I know it has. Okay,
Can we get that in the minutes that this is tabled, or we're gonna revisit? Okay.
Do we
All
want
right,
to
thank you.
table 5 and 6?
We're gonna table 5 and we're gonna table 6. Yes,
I'll make that motion.
Second,
unanimous, thank you. We're gonna jump back to 4. It's accept the resignation from Earl Mance as an alternate member of the Historic District Commission and consider appointment as a full member for the term March 4th, 2021 through December 31st, 2024. Is Mr. Mance with us?
Miss Bison.
No?
Oh.
Okay. Well, it's all right, but do I hear a motion on that? He doesn't have to be here. Do I hear a motion?
yeah, so moved.
Leave here.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
all right, gentlemen, I've just been corrected. The motion would be to accept the resignation of Earl as an alternate member.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, we're all in favor. Now, would we consider Earl Mance as appointed as a full member for the term March 4th, 2021 through December 31st, 2024. Do I hear a motion?
Can I make a suggestion first?
Sure.
Since the other two that we tabled are thinking that there is an opening for a full member, and this fellow Earl Mans is getting appointed as a full member, maybe we ought to table that action until you determine what actually is available.
Well, the thing is, he's resigning, so we're going to accept that.
Yes, we already did.
Right, but then it was considered appointment as a full member. My assumption is he already was an alternative and he's moving to a full member. And this must have come from the Historic District Commission. So we're tabling the other two because we don't know if
Right.
there is a full-time position. He's
Right.
moving from alternate to full-time.
My question then is how do we know that there's a full opening? We don't know
Because
that.
We do know that there's a full-time.
So I will be the final member. These two will be alternates. So there's no more full members available.
Okay.
So those two are alternates, is correct.
All right. Okay, now I have, and we lost Pat. This is great. I have information in front of me that Earl is moving from alternate to full-time, and they are full for full-time members, and the only positions available are two alternate, which would be Karen and Patrick. But in Patrick had to leave, and Karen may be still with us, I'm not sure. It's been tabled, but somebody's going to have to get back to them and explain that there are apparently no full-time positions available.
So I just confirmed that actually with Gail White. I just called her a second ago.
Yeah,
So there are no permanent position, full-time positions available. Two of the other members that are full are going to be resigning soon within the next few months. So then
Okay.
myself and Karen would be up for going from alternate to full.
okay. Pat, thank you.
And
Can we
she
get
is
that-
going to email Karen to make sure Karen knows that.
Okay, we're gonna have to, and Karen's already left, I'm sorry, but Pat, thanks for making that call. We're gonna have to wait. I don't wanna bother appointing you as an alternate, you and Karen, and then wait until we get these resignations. I would rather wait until the positions open up, and at that point, appoint you both as full-time members.
Either way is fine with me.
All right, do you want to be alternate and then go for full-time when it
I'll
becomes?
take it as an alternate. That's fine.
All right, great. So, all right, and Karen unfortunately has left us. Okay,
The way that Gail explained it to me is that Harold Bishop was going to be leaving first, and then I would be up for his spot, I believe. And then I forget who else was the other one, and then Karen would take his spot. But
okay,
they're already planning on resigning within the next few months.
well, it would be nice if people were creating the opportunity for you to move up, and somebody would let me know, but.
Well,
story of
that's
my
why
life.
they were looking for, part of the reason that they were looking for people, and they didn't want to step away until there was someone there to
Okay.
fulfill it.
Okay. All right, so, all right, Pat, if you can give us 5 more minutes, please. Stay with
No
us.
problem.
All right, thank you. All right, we're back. Can you read back from the minutes? We've accepted Earl's resignation. And did we appoint him as a full, no. All right, so I need a motion, gentlemen, to appoint Earl Mance as a full member for the term March 4th, 2021 through December 31st, 2024. Could I get a motion on that?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so Earl is there as a full member. Why don't we do this? Karen's not with us, but I think I would entertain a motion to appoint Pat Mule and Karen Ola. Nope. Oh,
One at a
could I
time.
hear a motion to take the tabling of number 5 and number 6 off of the table and reactivate it?
So moved.
Second,
Thank you. Can I go on? Okay. All right. If I could hear a motion to consider the appointment to alternative member of the Historic District Commission for Karen Ola from the period today through December 31st, 2023, and Pat Mule as an alternative member from today through December 31st, 2022.
so moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. I also, Pat, thank you very much. God, okay. Thanks, Pat. Take care.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for volunteering.
Not a problem.
Thank you, Pat.
Okay. Gentlemen, number 7, if we could consider the appointment of Leela Phillip as a full member of the Historic Properties Commission, different commission, for the term today through December 31st, 2022. And you gentlemen have copies of her application.
So moved.
Second.
In favor. Lilia, sometimes it's easy.
Well, nice to meet you all. So, great. I look forward to serving.
Thank you.
Thank you for
And I have to
serving.
tell you, I was going through your application. I'll be going to your website because what you write about are things that interest me.
Oh,
So I'm really
great.
purchasing some of your books, and of course, I can get them autographed.
Yeah. Well, I'm super interested in the history of this town right now because I'm writing a history of a beaver pond just down the road.
Okay,
So anyway, I like a lot of busy people raising kids, working. I've never had time to serve before, so I'm glad to have an opportunity to contribute.
thank you very much. And seriously, we are very appreciative of people in town that, number one, appreciate this town, and number two, are willing to support it and step up for the various boards and commissions that we have. So thank you.
Well, it's just a small contribution, but I'll do my best. Thanks. So do you
Okay.
need me to stay or do anything or?
No, you could go. I mean, you're welcome to stay, but you're welcome. I mean, you're free to go.
Oh,
It's
well,
your call.
well, thank you. I have so many papers to grade. I think I might go, but
Hey, listen, you're the one that wanted to go into education.
I know. What was I thinking? Right.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Before
Okay, bye-bye.
before she goes, I have a question
Sure.
for Jay, but Lila can react. I think, did we appoint a municipal historian since Jeff Stefanik has moved out of town?
No, but that's not on the agenda.
Right, but that's just throwing it out there.
She works full time as opposed to some of it. Well, yeah, some of us, but anyway,
Yeah, I probably don't know enough, but let me
Yeah.
get my feet wet, but I'm
Yeah,
honored.
yeah,
Thank
all
you.
All right,
thank you.
Okay, bye, everyone. Have a good
Take
weekend.
care.
Thanks for coming to the meeting.
thank you for volunteering.
Okay, bye.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have to thank our friend, Charlene. She brought to our attention that, and this was the ratification of acceptance of bids for the Public Works Department auction items. And let me get my papers together on this. We had sent, Crystal had sent a thank you to Charlene. The issue was, when we had talked with our town council, and she is absolutely correct. The issue, if you remember, is we had public auction of surplus equipment from the highway department. And Greg, I think you were late that day. The only bids that we received were from Chandler Paquette. And I accepted the bids, and Charlene brought to our attention, how can one person accept the bids? And Chandler had to sit out and recuse himself because he was the bidder. So we're going to revisit that. And I'm going to go through what the bids are, and I would ask for a motion. Chandler, you're out of this, so it's basically going to be Greg and I. Chandler bid $1,801 for a 2003 Sterling 17500 dump truck. And that was contingent on paperwork that it could be registered in Connecticut. So Greg, how do you feel about that bid? By the way, I want to remind you, it was the only bid we received. So would you make a motion?
I feel that that Chandler wants it and he bid on it, and that he should be entitled to buy it.
I will
So-
second that. All right, Greg, this is directed at you. We had a 1968 18-foot equipment trailer, and Chandler bid $250. It's a 1968. And again, I want to remind you, it was the only bid that we received. And it met the minimum bids that were established by the highway superintendent. So, Greg, do I hear a motion?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So moved.
So moved. And Charlene, thank you. Okay,
Good catch.
yes. Tax rebates. Okay, gentlemen,
Jay, I may have to recuse myself, but I'm not sure. Number 5 may, if you have any information on number 5, that may be a car that we owned or that we leased. The number looks familiar, and that is the funding organization, JP Morgan. Can you confirm if that's related to me, or does it not say?
it doesn't say.
Does
I'm
it
just
say?
looking at, it
does it-
doesn't say, and it doesn't make any difference, because if you leased it, you don't own it. It belongs to
JP Morgan Chase.
JP Morgan Chase, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to recuse yourself.
Subaru, is Subaru in there? Is it a 2017 Subaru?
No, it just
Okay.
gives the
All right.
vehicle was
Fine.
sold in the amount of $130. That's the tax rebate.
Taxes, yeah, okay. All right, then, fine.
Okay, number 1, tax rebate for double payment of real estate taxes, payment made by Chicago Title Insurance and Wells Fargo in the amount of $2,615.38. The second one, number 2, tax rebate for double payment of real estate taxes, payment made by homeowner and Wells Fargo in the amount of $2,273.60. Number 3 is a tax rebate adjustment for double payment of real estate taxes, payment made by the homeowner in Chris Law LLC in the amount of $3,103.93. Number 4, adjustment for a vehicle traded in August 2020 in the amount of $25.78. Number 5 is a tax rebate adjustment for a vehicle sold in April 2020 in the amount of $130.17. And then the last one is for a vehicle traded March 2020 in the amount of $234.71. And that's a rebate to A-Car Leasing Limited. Could I hear a motion to rebate this money?
I'll make a motion to approve the tax rebates as read by the first selectman and listed in the agenda.
Second.
Thank you. I also third. Great. Things are going too well.
I heard that.
Okay. Correspondence and announcements. The big announcement. It's gonna, I don't know what channel it is. It might be, anyway. Channel 30. Okay, it may be on channel 30 tonight. If we get out of this meeting early enough to be able to watch the 6 o'clock news. Anyway, we were involved in a negotiation with Day Kimball Hospital and others. And Day Kimball set up a vaccine clinic at Woodstock Middle School, initially to deal with educators and school employees at the elementary school, the middle school, and Woodstock Academy. As part of that, we made arrangements for vaccinations for town hall employees, highway department employees, and transfer station employees. And this was a rush job that Crystal Adams was working on from last Thursday until this afternoon at about an hour and a half ago when the last shot was given. So it'll probably be on the news tonight. It worked out well because many parents obviously want the schools open. If anybody cares, it was Moderna vaccines. I can't tell you how many people were vaccinated, but any of the town employees that were interested had the opportunity to do so. So that's the big announcement for today. And I'm frankly very happy that it's over with. Anyway, under correspondence, we also got the monthly report for service provided by Troop D troopers. They had 103 calls for service in the town. They had 9 accidents, which again, given the weather we've had last month, was a problem. There was 1 investigation, 0 burglaries, 1 larceny, and 91 non-reportable matters. No DUIs, no traffic citations, and there were 9 written warnings. Under correspondence, I have a letter from the Woodstock Historic District Commission asking us that to remove Kent Weaver as an active member of the commission. And they're thanking Mr. Weaver for his service to the commission and to the town of Woodstock. And gentlemen, I'm sure you both know him, as do I. And we're accepting that with regret, and we'll be sending him a letter thanking him for his service. We also have
Do we need to approve that?
What's that?
Do we
No,
need to approve that?
no. It's basically an announcement from the commission.
All right.
So we don't have to approve it. It's just, I'm calling it under correspondence. They sent it to me. So. I also have a periodic, this is fiscal year 2020 report from Northeast District Department of Health. And it talks about, it's just their annual report on the number of things that they have worked on our behalf, various issues that have occurred in town, things that they've worked on. They do, as you know, a terrific job meeting the health needs of the town. And so anyway, it's just, you know, the annual report. That's all I have on the correspondence and announcements. Do we have any public comments? No one? Okay. All right. Anything from committee? Other from committee?
Not
Yes,
this meeting.
yes.
Okay. All right, Shan, Greg, sorry.
So I checked in with my best friend at Frontier, and
Yes,
that utility pole project is moving along.
okay,
About 25, the wires on 25 poles have been transferred to the new ones, and 5
Okay.
of those poles have been removed. So they're working on it, and that's a good thing. It's not going to be overnight, you know. It's 70, almost 80 poles that have to be worked on and removed.
Thanks for the update, Greg.
The pole, you're welcome. The poles are 40 feet long. What's in the ground? How they take them down is they cut them into, you know, 2 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet lengths, and then they remove what's left is about a 20-foot piece. They pull it out of the ground. So if
Okay.
the town, and all they do is they take all that stuff and it goes to their recycling stuff and they get shredded. So if you want some poles, I said this before, you'll end up with something that's 20 feet long, but still good for barriers, ice rinks. I don't know.
Greg, would you do me a favor and call John Navarro
Yeah,
Because
sure.
after you mentioned this the last time, I mentioned it to John, and I believe he can use some poles. Now,
Yeah.
not 3-foot sections, but he could use full-size poles. And I think he said if they would deliver, that would be wonderful. If he has to pick up, they can do that. But if you could call John,
Right.
he doesn't need 40 or 50, but there were some poles that
Yeah.
he could do.
All right. All right. Yeah, they're going to be 20 footers,
Right.
basically is what they're going to be. So I'll tell them, sure,
All right,
I'll do that.
thank you.
And then the rest they'll be reserved for the ice rink I'm going to build on Woodstock Common, right?
Actually, it's going to go on New Sweden Road.
That's even better. That's even better, right, Chad?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll be looking for hot chocolate and popcorn, so you guys can make a few bucks in your neighborhood.
Right. We'll donate that money to the boot fund or something,
Okay.
fire department.
Another thing I forgot to mention, this vaccine clinic we had today, which frankly has been it's been a joy to work on. But one of the things is I've got to get over there because I had brought bins over and there was a food collection going on, extremely successful. So I got to get over there at some point this afternoon and pick up bins to bring back. So anyway, that was another part of it.
That's good. And that goes to the food pantry and other places like that.
Well, it would go to Teague.
To Teague, fine.
Yeah, because all the
Yeah.
food that's collected here in the lobby, it all goes to Teague. And if we do, like
Perfect.
elections and stuff like that, it's always for Teague.
Perfect. That's perfect. Yep. Yep.
The other thing is, as an announcement, I should mention is Teague has been doing vaccine registration with elderly downstairs, and they've been here one day. I believe they're coming back one more. People have to make appointments. They show up and they register. So we're trying to get as many people vaccinated as possible. And Sue Connor, as you may already know, has been working with our elderly in town and CVS Pharmacy in Putnam, arranging for vaccinations.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. All right.
All right.
And then
Entertaining a motion. What?
I have one other thing I want to bring up, and I don't know how if this is the right place for it or a different meeting, but in the meeting that we had on the 18th, we voted to approve the creation of the new position, and we voted to appoint a person to that new position. I've been thinking about this, and I know I asked the question. Okay, so that's what's, you can check it out, but about whether the vacancy was posted or not. And I still feel I want to revisit this, and I'll do it. And if it doesn't fly with you guys, then it doesn't fly. But I think that in all consideration of transparency, that this opening should be posted internally in the town hall, so that there can be no question that it was transparent and an opening was so-called advertised. And that way it's out there and it's open and it's transparent. And I just feel there's no harm in doing that, and there's only good things to come of it. And so I make that as a motion that we revisit that vote and rescind that vote to rescind it, revisit it to rescind it, and with the idea that we're going to post it as availability and just give applicants who are interested, I don't know, a week to submit applications. That's not, that's a motion.
Okay, but you can't move to rescind something you've already done.
Sure you can. Why can't you?
Well, no, but you want to post something?
Yes, I think that if somebody resigned from the public school, which is funded with public money, municipal dollars, they would post it internally. This is really no different, and that's how it should be.
It is different because we're not a public school. And the thing
Municipal funds, Jay, your municipal funds.
You're not listening. We're not a public school. And the other thing is, in public schools, you have unions. And we don't have all the people in the town hall are unionized. And the other thing is,
You do have union in this town hall.
what's
You've asked
that?
me. You have, yeah, ask me union is in there.
Yes, but that position that we formed and that we appointed somebody to is not a union position. You're talking about schools,
I understand that.
but so it's not a matter, you're talking about schools, it's apples, oranges. The other thing too,
I disagree with you. I totally disagree with that. If there was a position formed at the school to be business manager or something like that, non-union staff, same idea here. Same thing,
but Greg,
non-union staff.
but Greg, the thing is, we're not looking at a business manager. And the thing is, the Board of Selectmen
Totally wrong.
are appointed, and we can appoint people, we can create things. It's not a matter of having to post things. It's not like, we're a union where we have to post it internal, and then we have to post it for union members only, and then we have to post it in the community. We don't have to do that.
All right. I like the idea of the position. I voted for that to create it, separate the two, whatever, and I made the motion to do that.
I know.
All right, but I have a problem with the process. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I just think that
But-
should be.
I'm looking at the minutes from February 18th. You
Yep.
made the motion to create the position, and then it was unanimous to appoint Ms.
Right.
Fitzpatrick.
Right, and I've been thinking about that for
So
a
you're
while,
not
and
gonna
it's
regret it?
bothering me.
Well,
Mr. Swan, could we move the question? Could we move the motion, please?
Is that up? Who's
all
that
right,
up?
we'll
Me
move
or
the
Jay?
motion then. The motion is moved.
Okay. You need a second.
Do I hear a second? Greg, I'm sorry.
I said I'm a big guy. I can accept what what the majority says, but I just think that it isn't right. That's all.
Greg,
So,
I shouldn't even continue this discussion, but I'm going to. And I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I've been known for doing the wrong things. The thing is, this concern you have in transparency and posting and all that, that should have been addressed when we had the discussion on February 18th.
yes, I don't deny that, but that was the first day that I had any idea that we were informed about this position being created, number one. That's,
Greg,
and it just wasn't for me. I thought about this after we did it, and I know I said at one time, whether it was in the period of time when we were talking about this, or whether it was in the day before where we had executive session, I asked if this position was going to be posted, and you said no. So I already had that as a concern, and then.
but you
But you voted
didn't
for it,
address it. You
Yes, I
approved
did,
it.
and I am telling you that I want to rescind that vote. And if you will agree to that, then we can just agree to post it for a week.
Greg,
just
it's
so
a
that it's
dead
out
issue.
What?
It's a dead issue. We moved the motion. There was no second. It's a dead issue.
Then
The
why
only
did you
reason-
continue to discuss it then? You decided you want to discuss this, so discuss it.
I thought
You know what I'm
deserved-
saying.
I thought you deserved an explanation. But if you're fine with moving the vote and it's a done deal, then it's a done deal.
I tried to explain to you with a good rational example, and you don't accept the rational example that I provided to you. So, but that's got to be in the minutes.
Wait a minute. It's got to be in the minutes that you raised a rational example that we don't want to address?
However you want to word it, Jay.
No, did you just say that?
I gave you a rational example after we after you moved the question and I thought it was over with, and I said, I can accept what you decided. I just said that. Then you said, it's over, but I want to continue the discussion. And I
I thought you
appreciate that
deserved-
you wanted to continue it. I thank you for that. And I reiterate that I thought I was giving you a very rational example as to why it would be a good thing to post the job. That's simple as
All right.
that. All right?
Duncan, since you've deigned to join us, are you interested in being part of this discussion? And explain, or
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the town labor attorney who is
Okay.
part of the meeting.
Ladies, gentlemen, hello. Well, Greg raised the question, Chandler moved the question. It did not get a second. And so the matter is technically dead.
Right.
I know, and that's why I should show it.
So
All right, Duncan, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, anything else? Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Unanimous. Thank you all for joining us. Duncan, good to see you. Jeff, very good to see you, sir.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Likewise.
Good.
Everybody stay well.
Thank you. All right, take care.
Thank you.